to do in college basketball, so I think this is, we're in for a treat because there's a lot of experience and a lot of winning that's happened on both sidelines.
Well, for Kentucky, they're going to have a huge height advantage yet again. They had it on Monday. They've got it here, too. Only 2 players on Northern's roster over 6 feet tall.
That'll be a recurring theme for sure when Kentucky plays anyone, for that matter, because they are incredibly long, one of the taller teams in the country.
There's the starting 5 for Coach Hans. He said they'll play a little bit of everything, but offensively, they like to shoot the 3. Kentucky's come out and guarded them outside that line, and they're going to force them to try to make something happen. That's a one-handed running shot there. That's a tough one to take right there by J.C. Jones.
Better than half the shots that the Norse took the other night were 3-pointers.
And look at the difference. A wide-open 3, no good there by Tiana Key, but she tips it out. Georgia Amor is able to tip that ahead to Deja Lawrence. Is that going to be a shot clock, I think they're saying?
Yes, it reset.
There we go.
And did not need to, so there we go.
Because Kentucky remained in control of the basketball. Amor kicks it over to Strack again. Open, Deja Lawrence 3 on the way in and out. Boy, what a difference 3 days make. But they were hitting them in practice this morning.
Oh, this team can shoot. There's no doubt about that.
That pass almost thrown away, but a nice recovery there. And trying to go up and under is Macy Blevins, their best player. And Macy's foul. She'll go to the free throw line.
Foul is on number 32, Leah Housen. Her first and the team first.
Macy Blevins from Monticello, Kentucky.
Blevins at the line for 2.
Western Kentucky transfer. So I've always wondered, and I've lived here in Kentucky for 50 years. Is it Monticello or Monticello? Some people say cello.
No.
Okay.
Cello. Monticello. It's kind of like Louisville. You know whether you're from here, from Kentucky or not, depending on how you say Louisville.
That's right.
If you say Louisville, we know automatically.
It's Louisville. Amor stops and pops from 15 and knocks it down. She is almost too nice with the basketball. She has to take more shots to get this team in the flow, I think.
Kenny Brooks said if you go back and look historically at what she's done in her first 6, 8, 10 ball games of any season, she takes fewer shots and she scores less points because she's really trying to facilitate. It's incredibly important to her to get her teammates involved, and she really understands the game so well and knows how to do that. So part of that is her really trying to get her teammates involved, but then she starts to understand the value that she knows the value that she brings, but she starts to really step into that and lean into it to start scoring more. So he said, you see her mid-season and towards the end of the season, you see that scoring start to pick up a little bit more as she takes more on.
I think she saw here tonight, Kentucky missed her first couple of shots, so she made a nice move and got the shot away. That's going to be a jump ball. There's Georgia Amor, all SEC first teamer.
On all the watch lists for all the things, and rightfully so. I mean, she's a young lady that just quick release. She's confident and knows she wants to shoot.
And Eastern Florida State, 40% three-point shooter.
Deep in the corner here. Watch the drive. Deja Lawrence draws the defense and then kicks it back out. Zero hesitation. That's what shooters do. You want to pull the trigger anytime, anywhere.
So first turnover of the game by Northern on that bad pass. The one thing you'll see from the Cats is all 5 players, they will step out and they'll shoot the 3. They are not afraid to shoot it. Deja Lawrence, this is a long 2, and she misses there. She's missed a couple of shots to start this game. Kentucky just now 2 of 6 from the field. Inside they go, up and under, and it rolls out. Wouldn't fall for Abby Walterman.
It's really patient for Abby Walterman on that. Take another look here to see. Puts the ball on the floor. Then this is where the patience kicks in. Patience. Then to be able to play through some contact there, trying to get the and one.
Yep, she's from Cincinnati, Westchester, on the fringe of Cincinnati. She went to IU Indy. transferred in. And
For the Norse,
Coach Hand said it's going to take him
Morgan,
a little bit of time
Angela
to get his style of players in. It's everyone does.
These two programs are definitely dealing with the same kinds of things, where it's a culture that you're trying to settle into, something new, something different, a new way, new faces.
The great thing for Coach Hands, 13 years, he was right down the road at Thomas More College. So a lot of the high school coach, every high school coach knows who he is.
Kimora Morgan did a nice job there double teaming Tiani Key and really had her just a little off balance.
Idowu yet to take a shot. Another steal by Kentucky.
It's a great cut there by Northern Kentucky, though.
And KU's back, so she finds the open player. Oh, thought Lawrence would take that three, but Amor will, and she's just short. Key inside, had the rebound, but it got taken away. Nice play in there by Wolterman, and here comes the Norse. Kentucky's back, so they'll set their offense from the wing. It's Kimora Morgan you were talking about, and J.C. Jones. Idowu trying to get a shot off over Strack, flips it up, no good, a little hard off the back iron. Wolterman had a three, but she'll drive into the paint. Knocked out of there again, 10 on the shot clock. Spinning across the defense, baseline. Good, nice, really nice move by Kimora Morgan there.
Yes, she's got a great body there, strong, 6 feet.
So they
great drive.
Scored 4 quick points to tie this one up at 5. Kentucky off to a slow start tonight, and a nice play there, a deflection by Macy Blevins.
Number 33, Rosado.
Watch the drive, got Deja Lawrence by a step.
Cassidy Rowe.
Just takes it in there, very aggressive.
Deja Lawrence.
Kenny Brooks has to be frustrated with this start, but also has to like it because his team's facing some real adversity here. They haven't, been nearly as efficient on the offensive end as what they were on Monday night. Only 2 of 8 from the field.
Kentucky sticking with that man-to-man. Played so well in game 1. Tallest player on the court for Northern Kentucky, Gabby Rosano in the game, but this is Idowu. She goes inside, gets it blocked away, ball's on the ground, and they clear it to Strack. Strack will take it up herself. This is something she can do. Stops, slows down, drives the lane, and lays it in. Wow.
She has the green light to go inline to inline, which is what we just saw right there when she comes up with the ball. What a beautiful hesitation. Looks just like a point guard out there.
So now basically have 2 point guards in the game with Cassidy Rowe in.
The defensive end to really force the issue on offense.
This is something that this team couldn't do a year ago. Quick 5-point spurt, and they're up 12-7. J.C. Jones, 4 on the shot clock. She's got to do something. Baseline, blocked by Amori. Amor, how many shots has she blocked at 5'5"?
Georgia Amor at 5'6" says, bring it.
Here's Cassidy, spins it over the top. Back again, Amor gets it, stops, pops from 17, in and out. Been a fluid game. We're already under 2.5 minutes.
In the blink of an eye.
Strack with another block. But watch Cincinnati.
You asked him too, was she one of the best you ever coached? And he kind of just looked at you like, was that a serious question?
like
yes.
It's like saying, is Larry Bird, is Michael Jordan the best you ever coached?
Well, Northern Kentucky's guards definitely putting the ball on the floor and taking it to Kentucky's defense.
Boy, just a beautiful pass. When you're 6'5", you can throw over the defense, and you dump it into Sylvan 6'7". That's tough to defend that.
No question, and this is something they worked on at shoot-around, and it's, that's a situation that's just like a quarterback with a wide receiver. Put it right where they, and only they, can get the ball, and at 6'7", she keeps that ball up over her head, you're not getting it. But you've also got to have some nice touch. You've got to be able to, not everybody can pass. You've got to be able to pass the ball and put it in the right spot.
That's Anna Hamilton, 5'5" freshman, who takes it with the left hand. She's coming out of Connor High School right up in Northern Kentucky.
No fear for these Norse guards.
Yep, out by the airport, Hebron. Strack inside. Boy, beautiful how she put her body to create some space there.
Yeah, it's good offense there for Kentucky.
There's Hamilton again with the left-handed dribble. Kicks it off to Morgan. Now they zip it over to Abby Wolterman. Back to... Boy, nice move, but the hands of Cassidy Rowe with the steal. Took it right away from Anna Hamilton. Beautiful pass inside Silva, a little excited, couldn't get it to fall, a little hard on that shot. But Amor runs it down.
Well, she was perfect from the field on Monday night, so you felt like at some point you come down out of the clouds just a little bit there.
Yeah, she took a step before she started her dribble there.
But we're seeing some more efficient and more purposeful offensive sets for Kentucky. They've said, you know, listen, we've got size. We got to be able to take advantage of that, and they've done that for three trips now. We mentioned this, Kentucky, in a Kentucky debut, Clara Strack, an awful lot about positionless basketball, and a lot of coaches will throw that out, but it's like, you know, do you really mean that? And when all 5 players can step out and shoot, when all 5 players can bring the ball up the floor, which is exactly what Kenny Brooks is okay with, then you really are looking at positionless basketball.
Amor out front gets a pick from Silva. Back to Amor, trying to go inside to Silva, but nicely guarded on the interior by Gabby Rosado.
Clara Strack!
Well, you know you got to guard this young lady. She has got some depth. Lacey, number 2, and there she goes, tries to cut down the baseline, but ball's kicked away and stolen back, and here comes Lawrence. Lawrence is going to take that all the way into the basket, but knocked away. Strack saves it. Amor, 3. No good, in and out. Just not falling tonight as easy as they did on Monday.
I think that was to be expected a little bit. You know, I think that's one scenario where you're like, wow, they're just mere mortals.
Yeah. So I got Cammie working on your blocks in the quarter.
Okay.
Nice ball movement inside as they kick that one over to Abby Wolterman.
Do we have a verdict? Not yet.
So hanging in there is the Norse of Northern Kentucky. Strack 3, short on that. Rebound comes off to the Norse, and here comes Madison French. Clara Strack, I think, got in the face of Wolterman, and she missed that shot.
Beautiful hesitation.
Oh, the ball's just not fall. Amor just kind of smiles like, yeah, they're going to come. She's now 1 of 5 from the field.
It's a great take.
Yep.
I mean, you know, you're taking that all day. The 3 that Clara Strack took, you're taking that. I mean, this is just one of those things that it's just not falling. Listen, they shot, better than 50%.
Again, you talked Monday night. But you talked about the blue-white game, how tight they're in. So you talked to the players, right?
Oh,
they said, they're tight.
These rims are tight. But, you know, you adjust to that. You have to learn. They're practicing in here, spending a good bit of time. Another block.
Yeah, I think Silva got a piece of that one. Here comes Amor. Wants to get it to Strack, and does. Back to Amor, a little 2 up, step back 3. Man, that was all the way down the cylinder.
It's a great shot. It's a great shot, though. I love that.
Man, zipping all the way. Almost went too far was Macy Blevins, but kicked it out to the wing, and it got kicked away.
Well, we're starting to see some defensive intensity pick up for Kentucky, a few more deflections. Clearly that's something they would have talked about in their timeout. You know, I felt like on Monday night that they had played some pretty good defense. I felt like the communication was there. We go into the post-game press conference and Georgia Amor says it was terrible. Our first half communication was awful. So I thought, well, this young lady's destined to be a coach, because that's coach speak right there for sure. Really not pleased with how our team played in the first half. It's a 55-point win, by the way. And said we did much better in the second half. She just was looking for better rotations and communication. So I think that's what we're going to see out of Kentucky in terms of making adjustments. Northern Kentucky's done a great job. Their guards have put the ball on the floor and driving. They need help.
Inside to Silva, off the, boy, to bank that off the glass. That's nice from the left side with the right hand.
Just makes that look silky smooth.
As she matures into her body, remember, she's just a freshman. As she gets stronger, bigger. Nice take.
That's the communication that we're talking about. It's a great take there by Northern Kentucky. When you've got a step, you know, you're pulling the big out. This is something that Kenny Brooks talked about too, is they're going to go 5 out. Northern Kentucky is. So when they do, now your bigger players, your taller post players have to learn how to come out and defend, how to close out.
Silva and Strack are so good with that step back, and at 6'5" and 6'7", almost impossible to block that.
Nice, sweet little fadeaway that's got great touch.
Nice poke there by Silva. Hassett couldn't quite get to it. She's got Blevins, so she's got all she can handle. Now they switch, and Blevins will take Silva inside, throws it up. Strack gets the rebound. Looking for the outlet, gets it to Amor. Northern Kentucky's back, so Amor walks it up the court. Amor gives this one up to Lawrence. Back to Strack. A little motion offense out front.
Good.
Amor drives and lays it up and in. So pretty.
Well, it's both of those players knowing each other so well and neither player giving up on it.
Back to Blevins. Northern Kentucky being really, really nice cut to the basket there. The basket by Blevins and the foul. She'll go to the line for a three-point play.
Beautiful backdoor by Blevins. Watch here, there's a switch that you don't see that happens where Amelia Hassett picks up Deja Lawrence's player. She calls for the switch. They do that effectively, but then Lawrence just gets beat going back door. Just a heads-up play by Blevins.
You really have to be impressed by how Northern Kentucky is running their offense against this much bigger Kentucky team. Strack, pretty pass from Silva, dumps it for two.
Silva, not to be outdone there, wants to show she can pass too. Again, that takes touch, you know, to be able to put it in the right spot.
Kentucky 10 assists on 13 made baskets so far in the game. Silva blocks that one almost out of the hands of Kamara Morgan. Amor just throws it to Strack. She saves it into Key. Ball on the floor. And she brought it down, and it was taken away by Blevins.
Well, she had lots of traffic around her, but she was trying. Certainly affects Kentucky's depth. This is where players have to stay healthy. They've got to stay out of foul trouble, because you don't go nearly as deep as what you'd want to, because there's no question those two are potential starters on this team.
Hamilton goes with the left hand, but too quick is Cassidy Rowe to knock that one out of bounds. It'll stay Northern Kentucky basketball. She had a step on her, but Rowe has quick hands. Aduwu really yet to really make a difference here. Air ball that time by Macy Blevins. Three-point shot, just missed everything.
Well, and that's where, you know, Idowu, if she wants to get involved in the scoring, is, you know, it's not going to happen with her back to the basket.
Right.
She's going to have to step out. She knocked down some three-pointers the other night. She's going to need more of that.
Silva inside again. I mean, just do it every time down.
Well, and that's, you see Coach Hands stand up immediately, kind of shake his head, and realize we're going to have to defend that differently.
I mean, if she's able to get it clean in that deep, there's not many people that are able to defend this.
Yeah, at 6'7", when you've got a defender on your back, she just makes that look so easy. Give her the ball, turn and shoot. Gonna need a double team, gonna need someone to front her. Gonna have to make that a little more difficult. That entry needs to be more difficult.
UK's got a 10-point lead now. Really nice inside play, and Silva just goes right by the defense but misses the left-handed layup. Here comes the Norse. Spinning into the paint, trying to throw a pass, and it's stolen away, and that was Hamilton again. Key the lefty to Amore. Open three for Cassidy Rowe, and off the back iron. Thought that one was good, looked good out of her hand. Kentucky now just 2 of 10 from the three-point line. I think the size is really bothering Idowu.
Well, that's it
There
right
she's
there.
open.
Yeah, that's how she's going to score and force Silva to come out and defend.
You know, you'd think with the size, Kentucky would be dominating the boards, but they only have a 1 rebound lead.
This will be Kentucky's first trip to the line.
Yep.
It's on number 35, Idowu. Her first, and the team first. Returning for the Cats, number 32, Amelia Hassett. Let's strike 1 free throw remaining.
Kentucky now up 11 as they inch away. Hassett with the rebound from the second position. They go back inside again now, kick it out. Hassett loves the corner three. That one's no good. Strack with the rebound again, and they'll call a charge. Trying to turn the corner and maybe lowered her shoulder.
Offensive foul on number 13.
Well, the shot doesn't go for Amelia Hassett, but I like it. It looks good going inside. Northern Kentucky collapses with the double team. You kick it out to the wide open teammate in the corner. She hits those shots. This is that's only 1 for 2 from the three-point line, but you know, Kentucky's shooting 48%, 14 of 29, and it feels way worse than that.
Yes, it does. It really does. Oh, really nice move down the lane, but she couldn't finish, was Lacey. She knew Strack was behind her.
Great backdoor cuts here. Really, Northern Kentucky just making some nice cuts. That's good basketball.
Yep. Well, she had that.
Yeah, she did.
Strack had basically just said, go ahead.
But when when you're struggling against size, that's what you have to
Yep.
do. You pull them out, you're going to do one of two things. Either knock down shots and force them to come with a hand up, and when they do, you try to put the ball on the floor and go around them. Or they're going to hang back. They're going to sag back. But that's what we see Northern Kentucky do. They have that ability. All 5 players can step out and shoot.
So let me ask you this. Kentucky 20 of 25 in game 1 from the free throw line. That was their 4th free throw. Difference?
Yeah, just been a little more aggressive in terms of how they wanted to score Monday night. And I think that, we're seeing them get a little bit.
Idowu is just
a little out of sorts. Yeah, she's
out of sync right now because I think she's a little discouraged.
And just trying to, for that reason right there, right? You're just trying to figure out how to make that work. So as you take a look at this block here by Amelia Hassett, and then just gets it out and goes quick. And nice job by Deja Lawrence getting ahead. Always eyes up, always looking for the ball. If you're going to run the floor, you want to get rewarded.
Oh, and Chipo, they let her have, they do. The little continuation there from the NBA days. But she lays it in off the glass and got Clara Strack up in the air for the foul. So she'll go to the three-point line and go to the free throw line and try to make an old-fashioned three-pointer.
Clearly, this is something Northern Kentucky talked about in terms of making an adjustment, is getting the ball to her and letting her get involved in the offense, but she's got to start to figure out what that looks like, and that's her really making an adjustment.
Strack inside. She's a little upset she missed the pass back out to Amore. 3 is no good, but Amore picks that one up.
She wasted her dribble was the problem, right?
Yep.
She wanted that dribble back to be able to make a move.
And they're going to ask about the shot clock. I thought the ball glazed off the rim. Entry to Strack. Blocked it from behind. Battling inside is Strack with 2 Norse players. Well, that ball, she's not going to get many blocked like that from behind, is she?
Absolutely not. No, so you got to give credit to Idowu for sure.
Yeah. All right, so another miss for the Wildcats. And Looking to cut this to a 10-point lead or 9 with the 3 is the Norse. Jason Jones out front. Here's Idowu. Back to Jones. Want to go inside to Wolterman, but now they kick it back around. Here's Blevins, 5 on the shot clock. Blevins into the paint. Idowu 3. That misses. And Tiana Key with the rebound, and they're going to get the foul there on Abby Wolterman, 6-foot junior.
Well, it's number 14, Wolterman. Her first, and the team first.
Wolterman had 5 points and 3 rebounds in their opening loss to Middle Tennessee, 79-58. Lawrence drives into the paint. Short jumper is good.
Deja Lawrence.
So 2 buckets now for Lawrence. She's got 4. Nine points in game 1. Blocks now for the Wildcats, 9 away from the record. Strack that ball, just couldn't get up. She couldn't grab it off her hip. And a turnover. Good thought.
A great thought.
Yeah, Lawrence had drawn the defense to her. And now they're going to call a foul on Hassett on the baseline. I mean, again, Christy, you have to know who you're throwing to and where to put passes to certain people. And if you're throwing to someone that big, don't put it down where she has to reach down, right? The better thing would be anywhere from chest up.
Yeah, she could have really just lobbed that up there, too.
Instead
She
of
could,
a bounce pass, yeah. Here tonight already. 5 quick ones here in the second half. Long jumper, hard off the back iron. Hassett clears it. Kicks it over to Amor, and she'll set the offense for the Wildcats.
Nice.
Shooter's touch.
That is 100%. You've got to have some nice spin and touch on the ball for it to bounce up, hit the backboard, and go back in.
So the Wildcats have made their last 3 shots now and have increased this lead to 17. Idowu blocked away by Strack. Blocked again, and they're going to get her with the foul on the second one.
So Georgia Amor with the drive. She sees the defender come over to help. She keeps driving and finds a wide open Deja Lawrence with a big bucket that Kentucky, from a three-pointer perspective, definitely needed that.
So Lawrence and Key come out, and this is the big team for the Wildcats. They go with Silva at 6'7", Strack at 6'5", and Hassett
also returning
at 6'3".
Orient KU, number 33, Rosado.
Also into the game now for the Wildcats for the first time tonight, Lexi Blue, the freshman out of Orlando.
Yeah, going to sit Strack with those 3 fouls.
Also with us, number 4, Lexi Blue.
Lexi got her feet wet in game 1, had 4 points there. All kinds of talent, all kinds of energy on the court.
Big upside for Lexi Blue.
Boy, Georgia had a thought there from 3. Little Euro step in the lane, and boy, Silva just uses her length. Blue, open 3, on the way, no good. Hassett tips it up and pulls it down. That's just height.
It is. And there's not a
bad pass.
Not a whole lot you can do about that unless you've got to body up and continue to push back away from the rim.
Coach Brooks tells Blue, instead of coming across the court, point it to the point guard, and then she'll kick it over. Because that was read perfectly by the Norse, but not being able to finish the play. That one zipped back outside to Cassidy. Amor will fire a long jumper. That's no good. Silva with the rebound. Wow.
Silva.
I think she surprises her coach a little bit out there sometimes.
Well, you got Gabby Rosano kind of looks at the officials like, what else do you want me to do? I thought I had her blocked out.
Jones pulls it back outside, 10 on the shot clock again. Here's Blevins. Boy, quick release there by Lacey, but
Yeah, not
under
an
the basket.
ideal shot.
No. You got to get your feet under you for that one. That was like a push shot. Amor out front. A little give and go from Silva. Virginia Tech to come here. All that she did there in her 4 years.
Oh, accomplished so much. I mean, put Virginia Tech women's basketball on the map. She and Kenny Brooks together did that, did some really wonderful things. It's her second block of the night.
Another block. Wow. When your 5'5" point guard has 2 blocks, you know you're doing something right. Hassett with the big rebound there, kicks it off to Amor. Bounce pass to Hassett, but good defense there and knocked away by Macy Blevins. So Northern has missed their last 6 shots. They haven't scored in over 2 minutes. Silva's jumper a little strong there from about 12 feet. Here's Blevins. She's going to go all the way in, and they're going to call a foul on Hassett.
Number 32, Amelia Hassett.
That's the 5th foul, so going to the free throw line will be Macy Blevins. Remember, in the women's game, 5 free throws a quarter. 5 fouls a quarter, and you start shooting free throws.
That's right, and it's 2 shots, resets every quarter.
Did you play halves or quarters?
Halves.
Yeah, do you
220.
like
I'm
quarters?
old.
You like?
Oh, I love the quarter system.
I
And
do
I didn't think
too.
I would. You know, I honestly thought for somebody, listen, the crowd goes nuts.
Oh, they get chicken.
They get a
chicken
free
sandwich.
chicken biscuit.
Chick-fil-A.
Chicken sandwich. The crowd goes crazy when the people miss here.
I still
You missed
haven't
too.
got my app working. It's ridiculous.
You're bound to know somebody that can help you with that. Every year.
It's horrible.
Got to get you years ago. I think it's been great. I love it. The men would too. The men are a little slow to adopt it. I think they should.
So Hassett inside battling. The Australian can't get it to go, and out of bounds it goes. So here's Calissa Lacey, the 5'9" senior, and this was a deep 3 she hit. Gives her 10 points on the game, her second 3-pointer of the night.
Well, I'll tell you, what we've seen from Lacey is she's not afraid to pull the trigger just about anywhere at any time. So
Coach Hines wants a 30-second timeout.
Northern Kentucky, 30-second timeout.
Reset his defense and offense. He's got to like the way that his team has played here. Very patient. But the 22nd ranked team in the country, Kentucky now. Again, those just 3-pointers just aren't falling. 4 of 17 now for the game, Christy.
here's a look at how the SEC is faring in the top 25 in that preseason poll. Kentucky coming in, you mentioned it at 22. Really a nice spot for the Cats considering they were coming off a really disappointing season last year. But this just goes to show you 7 teams ranked in the top 25 in the SEC. That's the most among any conference in the country. It is a tough conference. It is not for the faint of heart.
Silva just can't buy one inside now. She couldn't miss anything earlier. On the floor was Lexi Blue trying to get the ball out of there, and I think that Kentucky called timeouts once she had control of the basketball, so they'll get a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout.
But what we missed there was the hands of Silva. She's got really soft hands when they throw her the ball.
And at 6'7", oftentimes, you mentioned it earlier too, where when you get her into the strength and conditioning program where she can really get into that and develop some strength, she's going to be a vastly different, that young lady, and then that just went away.
Kamora Morgan with the left hand, she puts it in. She has 6. Lacey, the only scorer in double figures for Northern with 10. Coming down to about a minute left here in the third quarter. Silva stuck on the wing. Gives it off to Lawrence. Silva lets her get the rebound. Cassidy Rowe, three-pointer. That's off the back iron, then the front iron. Here we go the other way. The ball just not falling from three. 4 of 18 now are the Cats. Corner for Lacey. In and out. Ooh, nice rebound by Morgan. Kicks it back out. She'll fire another, and this one just off the mark as well. Well, she is certainly not afraid to shoot the basketball,
She's
is
gonna
she?
pull.
So Lacey coming over from Eastern Kentucky.
This is a great take here. You see her play through the contact.
Yep.
That shows you how strong she is. Watch this drive. We saw that in the first half a couple of times out of that young lady. The Norse need more of that.
So Lacey from Charleston, West Virginia, comes to Kentucky via Eastern Kentucky, or comes to Northern Kentucky, I should say, via Eastern Kentucky. All right, nice pass down low, and 6'5" to 6'7", and lays it in again.
Turn and shoot. That's it. Doesn't have to be hard, doesn't have to be cute, fancy, just turn and shoot. 6'5" with 6'7".
So J.C. Jones out front, 9 on the shot clock. Now to Morgan. 6 on the shot clock. Morgan Lawrence all over, dribbles. I thought that was off her foot. It was off Lawrence's foot out of bounds. So 2.4 seconds here in the third. Still plenty of time to get a dribble or two before you take the shot. Here's Lacey. She'll fire from deep and tries to
Away the drive, taking away those cuts that they were getting beat on before, those backdoor cuts. They've taken that away, and now they haven't been able to get much going in the paint at all.
Boy, Hassett inside battling, and they're going to call a jump ball. And that was Abby Wolterman with 14 for the North.
Just a nice job of being able to find that open shot. Still going at
Another
it.
block. Boy, Wolterman is going to keep going at her, isn't she? Hassett stops, sets her feet, and it won't go off the back iron. Norse running, Kentucky back, so they'll reset the offense. Nice play there is a strip by Amor. Silva grabs it, kicks it back to her.
Well, and what this will do to you if you're Northern Kentucky, first of all, it's deflating from an emotional and mental standpoint, but then physically you just start to really wear down.
So another double-double for Strack. Christy, that gives her 11 and 12 rebounds. I have no idea what she said. She said something to the players, and now they're going to let substitution, a couple coming in. Madison French and Gabby Rosano come into the game for Coach Hands. Wolterman will take a seat. There's Rosano. Looks a little taller than 6'2". Boy, nice bucket right there, right off the bench for Madison French, the 5'11" sophomore. And that's her first points of the season. She was 0 for 2 in game 1. And Strack does the exact same thing. Give me the ball, I'm just going to go straight to the basket.
Just taking it. That's when Hands goes back and looks at that on film, he's going to want to see some help. You cannot have, again, straight lines in from Georgia Amor to Clara Strack, and you've got a nice little pseudo screen, kind of a little rub here by Silva as she makes her way down to the block. And that's a deal. Idawu and Rosano just have to do a better job of talking. You take what the defense gives you, you're going to put the ball on the floor because, listen, if they come over and pick you up, then you can dump that ball down to Silva and still have the easy two. But no communication from Northern Kentucky on who's going to pick her up. Wide open to the basket. Great job by Clara Strack, just reading what the defense gives her.
Well, there's another.
Not happening.
That's the 14th block of the night for the Cats. 5 away from the all-time record. Rosano. You know Lacey's firing. She grabbed that one and shot that like that. A little short on that one. She now 2 of 8 from the three-point line. but the only Norse player in double figures with 10. 7.5 minutes to play here. Silva drops it down to Streck. And Streck gets fouled on the way up, so she'll go to the free throw line. Boy, what a night. 13 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists.
Well, I love what happened right there. They huddle up right before the free throw, and Amor comes over. She's pointing. She's telling everybody. Everybody's intently listening to what she says. What is she's talking about? What's going on? This is where we talk about being an extension of a coach on the floor. She wants to be a coach. She's showing all the signs and reasons why she should or could be. And she really, like, you know, you command the respect of your team a couple of different ways. One is that you play well and you play the correct way and you do things the right way. But you also, when you lead, you show your teammates that you know exactly what you're talking about. And she does it in all the right ways. Everything she does, from playing on the court, but then also helping coach and lead her team, is all done the right way.
Hassett three, in and out again. Well, the three's just not falling tonight for the Cats. 5 of 21, 24%. Guess who? She fires and misses again from three, and that's Kalissa Lacey, the 5'9" senior. Not shy to shoot that shot. Boy, Silva just reaches over Rosano and then puts it in off the glass. Wow.
Well, there's more growth there for Silva. I like that. Again, she gets the rebound, but then she initiated the contact with the defender to try to create some space so she could go back up.
Jones. Lawrence gets that long rebound, and she's going to go all the way up and under. You can tell sometimes when a player gets the ball that they are going right to the basket. And she put her head down when she hit the K, and there wasn't going to be any stopping her.
For the Norse, number 20, Blevins returns. And for the Wildcats, number 7, Tiani Key.
They're still trying to figure out who they're coming in for. So now Kentucky with 4 young ladies that are 6'3" or better on the court.
Oh, nice.
And they go inside and get a basket. It's French.
It's a good take there, going up and under, using the rim. Going up under to try to help keep the length of Kentucky is such a problem.
There they go. Oh, she wanted that assist. Strack did. That went off the leg of the Northern Kentucky player, and they were going to call it Kentucky or Northern's ball. And now they change it. Yep. So still 12 on the shot clock. Hassett, another 3 on the way, and again another miss.
I mean, it's there.
I mean, that was the play they used.
That's right.
I mean, specifically to open to get a three-point shooter open.
Isn't that what you want to hear as a player?
That's
you have to love that. You look over at your coach, and instead of him, he's not rolling his eyes and he's not shaking his head. He's saying, "Keep shooting." That's it.
Shooters shoot themselves out of many slumps. Nice drive to the bucket there by Blevins, but couldn't get it up over the rim. And now here comes Amor the other way. Inside of 5 minutes to play now. Key dumps it, Silva, back to Key. Back outside to Amor. See, they pass up on some nice shots to try to get a better shot, right?
Yeah, well, and you have the luxury at this point of really being able to be patient.
Oh, nicely done by Hassett. She's been shooting a 3, and that time they overplayed her. She takes the baseline and lays it in.
Yeah, very smart, especially when you've been struggling there. Sometimes that's exactly what you need, is something really point-blank range at the rim. Easy.
So 5 points for Hassett.
Close out. You're not always used to doing that as a post player, having to close out to defend. But when you've got that kind of length, even if you get beat, and a player's going to get a shot off when you're long like Silva is, or Clara Strack, or Amelia Hassett. When you've got that kind of length, you can block shots just like that.
Number 4, Lexi Blue.
I mean, that came out of nowhere. I think the one thing she needs to work on the defensive end is positioning for rebounds. She had 14.7 rebounds in game 1 tonight, 18 points, just 4 rebounds. At 6'7", you would think she'd be getting more than that. But again, you could also be away from the basket depending on who your guard is.
Sure, but this is all learning, right? When we consider that she's young and playing basketball here in America for the first time. But as I look at this, I love what Kenny Brooks has been able to do in these first 2 games, and that's play around with a lot of different lineups and really look at a lot of different things. This is the first time we've seen a lineup like this, which is Kentucky's smallest lineup.
With Tyler in the game as well as Cassidy Rowe. Trying to give a little give and go to the corner to Rowe. There was a foul,
and I say smallest, but you know, Tiani Key at 6'4".
Yeah. Hassett at 6'3".
Hassett listed at 6'3", so you know, even
Lexi 6'2".
And that's so we're talking about one of their smaller lineups,
which would have been the biggest lineup last season.
That's right. Still some great size.
Lexi's 3 bounces off the backboard and out. Boy, they just not falling tonight. Now 5 of 23. Good defense by Cassidy Rowe, just did not give any ground to Anna Hamilton.
Wildcat ball.
So the Cats will get it here at the timeline, and now coming into the game, Gabby Brooks, the daughter of Coach Kenny, and also Tana Becker from Winnipeg, Canada. She had 5 points Monday night. So now this may be the small lineup.
Smallish, yeah.
6'1" Tana and 6'2" Lexi Blue, along basically with the 3 guards. Here's Tyler. Boy, Lexi will fire it up there. Two minutes to play here. And nice play by Becker with the steal. She's going all the way up and under. Hannah Becker.
Very nice.
Yep. Paige Hudson also in the game for the Norse. This is her with the ball out front. Oh, nice little backdoor cut right there. Nicely done by the 6'4" senior from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. Minute and a half left in this one. Here's Cassidy Rowe. Gabby Brooks. Oh, nice. Nice crossover. Then she lost it when she tried to gather. So.
A second crossover back to that left hand would have been perfect.
Here comes the Cats on the run, 3-on-2. Lexi's going to take it in the left hand, and she can't get it to fall. So inside a minute now, and the ball goes out of bounds. That'll go to Kentucky.
Wildcat ball.
Again, Kentucky just burning time, 20 seconds. Sanaya Tyler goes down.